Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. I know it's normally a morning when I talk to you, but it's already been a busy morning and didn't have video rolling. But Debbie's out running errands in opposite directions. She's usually in this seat right here with me when I head out to auctions, and that's where I went, and I'm coming back. I've got 3 radios in the trunk that I'll go over with you in just a bit. But first, I gotta make a run to the post office, so I'm gonna go do that, and I'll catch up with you guys when I get done with the U.S. Postal Service. All right, so we just got back from the post office. We're gonna take a look here in the trunk. We got 3 radios we picked up today. One of them is a Midland radio, weather radio. We've had good success with these.
We need that radio.
And this radio is it's a Crosley, a red Crosley. Still has the lot number on it. We'll get that cleaned up and tested. And then the third radio is, it's an Iowa radio.
Apologies, Iowa.
I have not looked inside this box to see if it's in there or not. We can look at that together. Doing things with one hand is always a challenge.
Look, one hand.
There we go. It looks like it's still got, yeah, look at that. Still got its protective film on it. That looks like a brand new radio.
Brand new.
Look, there's even a light on it already, so it looks like it's got power to it. That's awesome. Happy to see that. I think we got a couple good purchases here.
You did a good job.
Next thing we're going to do today, after we get that stuff out of the trunk, we are going to revisit the trailer and try to finally get it all cleaned up. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty on what's left on this trailer. The piece of furniture underneath here, while it's old, it isn't in great shape. I'll probably look at it one more time, but my thoughts are it's probably gonna be kindling.
Throw that junk.
And we'll go through these 8-track tapes. We got albums. I think we've got, I know we have audio cassettes that I've already kind of gone through. There they are, audio cassettes. And we're going to find out what is worth listing today and what is not. But first project we have to finish today, when we were cleaning up some of the other items in bins as we're trying to get things into their climate-controlled environments, we discovered a box of audio CDs, and this box is doing really well. This area was full, and it had another layer entirely on top. So underneath these movies, those are all audio CDs. So we're taking pictures of those slowly, and we're getting them listed and getting them filed away. Here's a group of them that we did this morning.
Nice grouping.
And we will get the rest of those and get them skewed up and get them in their proper places. Well, I was literally just getting back to work on these CDs, and I heard cha-ching, which means we sold something. It was Apex DT250 digital TV converter. It's in C1, which is up here. So we probably ought to get to work on getting that out of the store before we start listing anything else.
That's our first priority. That's our only priority right now.
No time like the present. We've got 2 of these little converter boxes.
Converter standing by.
I can't remember where we picked. Oh, that was part of that day when we picked up all the Jeep parts and all the electronics for $48. It was in a closet full of electronics, and that closet had a lot of new in the box stuff like that, and it had some old stuff that was in their original boxes too. It was kind of weird. Just made some space inside C1 though. Let's get this boxed up. So we found a box for it. You know, technically, we could ship it out in this box. It is capable of going out in this. but I just don't know who we're sending it to, right? I'm going to turn this air conditioner off for a minute. It very well could be going to somebody that wants to put it on a shelf to resell it, in which case I don't want postage marks all over this box. So we're going to put this inside this guy, which is a recycled box.
2.3 seconds to recycle this thing.
We need to get the old ship to labels off of it as to not confuse the U.S. Postal Service.
I saw a picture of them and I'm still confused.
Typically they come right off, so we're good on that. And then we'll put this guy inside this guy, and it'll be good to rock and roll for a postal delivery. Yeah, we can get it out tomorrow morning. It's almost 4 o'clock. The post office closes at 4 or 5, or I don't know what it does in the afternoon. Usually our afternoon runs are long before it closes.
Now I'm really confused.
At this point, we'll just call this a Saturday morning delivery. I'm sure we'll have some other sales between now and then to haul to the post office. So we'll get this guy boxed up and get it out. And by the way, where's it going? There's the question.
That's a good question.
So this is going to Curtis in Connellsville, Pennsylvania. So Curtis, we'll get this out in Saturday's post to you. All right, we're going to get back to the job of getting some CDs listed. I just cleaned a stack of them over here, and we're going to take pictures of them right here on this table. This table sits in front of a window, and a lot of times if I take pictures during the day, I'll use some of that natural light to help light it up. And CDs typically will not stand up on their own.
And they will fall down.
So I use a box behind them that you don't see on the picture. And I also angle the CD a little bit. So here, if you can see this, I'll give you a better angle of what we got going on here. I angle the CD a little bit away from the camera. And the reason for that is that I use a flash to highlight the open and let that natural light kind of fill in the back. And then this paper gives it a seamless background. And so by angling this, I don't get the flash back into the lens reflection off the plastic case, because it does reflect light.
Look it up. It's called physics.
And I got to put my hat on backwards, because my Canon camera, what happens is that when I press this trigger on here, you see the flash pops up. And did I wipe all of the images off this thing? I did. I did good.
That's right, you did. I did.
I like to clear my memory card off before I start another batch. It makes it a lot easier when I get over to import the images onto the computer. So I don't have to sort through old images, right? And there's no sense in me keeping them. The pictures are going onto the computer for me to make an upload, and then to eBay. I'll do the final cropping in eBay when I list the item. This is Lori Morgan, by the way.
If you think I won't go, watch me.
I'll do the final cropping within eBay, so I don't worry about framing so much here. I just got to give myself enough room to crop it down when I get it into the listing part of the app.
I cropped that Halloween photo.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can relay to you on tips and tricks. I know some people just do this on their cell phone. I have done it on my cell phone. I find this easier. When I do it on my cell phone, those images, obviously, they're going onto my cell phone. And then I have to remember to clear all the images off my phone, and I'm terrible at that. So I don't like to use my phone for listing things on eBay. I just don't. Probably for the same reason I don't shoot video on my phone. I mean, I've got a nice phone. It's a Samsung, and it's the latest Samsung, as a matter of fact, and I got with the most memory and biggest storage capable on it. By the way, this is not an audio CD. This is a CD-ROM. And it's got a diabetic menu planer on it. It works with, I think I read on it, it said Windows 95.
Centuries old technology.
Macintosh, I don't know, some old OS on Macintosh. So anyway, I don't like to bog my phone up with that kind of stuff. If I do it on occasion We've got a little photo booth in the overflow room in the house.
Oh, want to go in the photo booth?
For some reason with that booth, and I think it has to do with the LED lights that are in it, my camera doesn't like them. It doesn't like the color temperature, and I know I can change the color temperature, and I think it's probably more or less the fact that I haven't messed around with it enough to understand where I need to set my camera, my Canon for it. But I can tell you my cell phone adapts to it really easy. It just automatically finds a color balance, so I have used the cell phone when I shoot in that little booth in there. What I'm doing now is I took the pamphlet out of the CD-ROM, and I'm going to take photos. And usually I don't give a whole lot of concern about these unless I get a lot of, I got a lot of reflection. So what I'm going to do is turn the flash off. Come out a little bit on it. And like I said, I will crop these down. Oh, helps if you get over the image. There we go. I'll crop these down inside eBay when I list it. But this way, everybody can read what I've got.
Everybody can read them.
And I'll probably use this same photos when oh, here it is. This is why I'm slowing my speech down, because I'm reading at the same time. Mac OS 10, by the way, is the Apple operating system that this was written for.
Welcome to OS 10.
And Windows 95.
They do have Sprite and Windows 95 at the lodge.
I got pictures of all that. So what I'll do is when I go to write the description for this, actually I don't write the description for this. I will double check the description, but I'm going to let AI, specifically ChatGPT, write the description for this. And what I'll do is upload images to ChatGPT and ask it to write a description based on the images. So the text of this will go in there as well. Come on in.
Why don't we just walk right in?
2 hours later.
I got to tell you, sometimes I get caught up in the photography of things, and I'm really not paying attention to what I'm taking a picture of. It's crazy. I just had to go retake these pictures for Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses CD. So when I took the pictures, the booklet right here was in backwards, so it was like this. And I took the photos of the album like that, and then I took the picture of the inside, right? It would make sense that I would do it that way. I took a picture of the inside like that. I get over here to list the thing, and I'm like, that doesn't look right. So, you know, I have to stop what I'm doing. Thankfully, it was the last music CD in that little group that I had worked on. So now I can put the booklet back in correctly and close that up. Sometimes you just gotta pay attention, because when you don't pay attention, you end up doing your job twice and sometimes 3 times.
If a thing's worth doing, it's worth doing well.
So I went back over and took the picture, thinking, I'll turn it around, right? And I took a picture of that, brought it back over here, got over and went, well, why didn't I retake the picture of the inside? So I had to go back and take a picture of the inside. It's crazy.
You're losing your mind.
252. That's the SKU number that it is at. And I'm almost done listing it. Just got to do a couple more clicks and we will get this listed. So I really want to get these CDs done. I really do. I want to get them done today. But my problem...
What is your problem?
Well, actually, the problems are many. I just don't want to get in those details. But the problem with the CDs, in particular, is that I'm kind of running out of space on how I'm doing things currently.
Space. The final frontier.
Debbie reorganized the store, which is awesome, and I was a party to this. So these aren't all of our CDs, right? This is a good number of them. We have some in bins elsewhere, and I've got some on the rack around the corner on the wall. but the space here is getting full. There's a box that goes here. It's the one I've been working on. It's this guy, which is 210 through 252, I think, is what that is. But it can take one more CD, I guess is what I'm saying.
Room for one more?
For sure.
I've got more CDs. I got a list. I could just put them in the death pile until more holes open up. Because that's what I've been doing, is filling holes.
Well, you can fill in the hole later.
But there's some good ones in here. We've got Eric Clapton, Unplugged. Martina McBride. Wild Angels. I can't sell this because that's a burnt CD. So it's a Max L burnt CD. And that goes over here in the circular file because we can't do much with those. There's copyright laws and things like that. Just the Hits, Bad Boy Ballads. You know, this doesn't have a liner card up front. It's got one on the back. Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Are these the original? Yeah, it's the original artist. Sister Christian by Night Ranger, Street of Dreams, Rainbow. Is This Love by Whitesnake.
Is this love that I'm feeling?
You know, the classics. We're going to keep that because somebody wants it. We're going to list that one. I know we'll get that listed. And Backstreet Boys, Millennium by the Backstreet Boys. This one needs a little cleanup action, but that's a good one. I know that'll sell. There's still some Backstreet Boy fans out there.
Older lame dance move comeback tour, Backstreet Boys.
Don't the Backstreet Boys do like cruises? And I don't know. I get my, maybe not. I get my boy bands mixed up. Tim McGraw. Here Comes Santa Claus on a Coca-Cola CD. We've sold these before, and we've sold them as lots. Some of these, Coca-Cola did these through some like Circle K gas stations. They did them through, I think they did them through McDonald's in the past. I don't know where this one came through, but it's well, obviously I'll find out when I do the research. But it was copyright 1999. Christmas is coming up. I gotta list that, right?
We need music. Christmas music.
Yeah.
Country Mountain Romance, in case you're working on one of those and you need some music to go with your life. Brooks and Dunn. See, that's quality stuff. Craig Morgan, My Kind of Livin'. Craig needs a new cover on his jewel case. Thankfully, I come across some jewel case covers that I'm not going to sell the disc, so we'll end up cleaning that up and replacing it. We got Savage Garden. Vince Gill, that's the second Vince Gill I've handled today. Well, I just listed a Vince Gill CD just a minute ago. Faith Hill. Mariah Carey. The back of this one needs replaced because it's got a crack in it. And again, I've got backs all over the place over here, so we'll get that fixed. Michael Bolton. I saw Michael Bolton in concert.
I'll be honest with you, I love his music. I do. I'm a Michael Bolton fan.
Gosh, what's that been, 3 years now?
For my money, I don't know if it gets any better than when he sings "When a Man Loves a Woman."
Yeah. He was having some back issues that night. He was having to lean on things. He's not a young man, and neither am I. JoJo, who are you? Well, there's the good question, isn't it?
Who are you?
Guess we'll have to look that one up. Luther Vandross. See, there's good discs here. Slow Dancing. It's a compilation disc.
For one specially priced compilation.
We got Gary Allen's Greatest Hits, Travis Tritt, Richard Marx. There's a CD you don't see every day.
I will be right here waiting for you.
Copyright 1989. So, like I say, there's some good stuff here. Don Henley. So I need to make room for these guys. Here's a Kenny Chesney that needs to be cleaned up before I list it. Matchbox 20. Some of these just feel a little gunky.
Oh, and I noticed you had some sort of gunky buildup.
There's Adele. There's somebody we haven't heard from in a little while. Huh. Maybe she's out rolling in the deep. There's George Strait. I think we listed this one the other day. This is our, well, that'll save us space in the store online, but not on the shelf. Because we can just move that quantity to 2. Martina McBride. Half Nelson. Little Willie action. Travis Tritt. 38 Special. Hold On Loosely. Is that on there? Somebody Like You is on there. No, Hold On Loosely is not on there. Okay. Oh, look at that. We got a disc. We got a case we can use because nobody is going to want to buy the High Skin Refiner CD.
That was my CD.
So that, look at that. And the top of the case is busted. So all we got is a tray. That goes in the trash. Tray goes there. Gary Allen, we got to replace the cover on that. It's cracked. I have a box of covers out there, so I'm not overly concerned by that. We've got a loose disc floating around in here with no case. And I'm pretty sure I have not seen that case. That's Tom Petty. We're going to set that over there in case I come across the case, but I've not come across it. There's Footloose. I know we've sold that before. A Country Superstar Christmas. Why are all the Christmas cases busted?
They're all broken.
They must be good because they've been out and getting abused. Gosh, we got a lot of those to fix. Train, Drops of Jupiter. What is this? Wine, A Celebration of the Vine. What is inside here? There's a CD. And what else is inside? It's a book. There's a book inside here. Huh. We'll have to, when that sold originally, it was $12.99. We will see what that's worth today.
$12 million.
We got a Toby Keith CD roaming around loose. Put that over there with Tom Petty.
Wasn't it Tom Petty who said the waiting is the hardest part?
Broken Bridges. That is interesting. We listed Broken Bridges just a few minutes ago, and I'm pretty sure I checked the disc that it was inside. So I am going to double check, and by the way, that's a broken case. I am going to go double check that disc and make sure we're good on there. There's Dierks Bentley. 3 Wooden Crosses, 17 inspirational songs from today's top country artists. That's a nice disc. I like that one. Mandolin and Friends. So that's a cool one. We like Mandolin and Friends. A little Keith Urban action. And The Best of Muddy Waters. So I like that one a lot. I think that one's probably got some good value to it. Aside from that, in this box, I've got Elton John's Greatest Hits on audio cassette, which we'll have to test, and a very dirty cassette of Night Ranger, Midnight Madness. The cassette case is toast. It's got cracks throughout it. We will clean up the outside of this cassette and test it and find a new case for it, but it's missing its liner card, and if it's not worth anything, we're going to probably toss that one. So I need to double check on Broken Bridges. Let's go do that.
Inspection time.
So back down here at this end of the room, we're going to hop into the eBay store and see if we can find Broken Bridges real quick. It comes up as item number 235. 235 would be in this box. 235, 231, 32, 34, 235. And there is Broken Bridges already in his cellophane wrapper, ready to be shipped off. And we are going to double check, because we know we don't have another case for this. Yeah, it is good. In fact, it comes with this, oh, I was holding that upside down. One Toby buck. I don't know if that, you can take that to Outback Steakhouse or anywhere and use it, but, oh, no, it's a Ford thing. So you got to take it to a Ford dealership to use that, but I think that's pretty cool that that little promotional thing's still in there. But yeah, the disc is still inside. So we've got 2 discs, and this one is going to be filed because I don't have the liner card or the case for it. So it's going to fill in a big hole somewhere in a landfill, I think. We're going to get this back inside its little cellophane and put 235 right back where it belongs. Okay, so back to my original dilemma. What am I going to do over here with those CDs?
Quite a dilemma.
I got space on the bottom shelf over there. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Then it bears closer examination.
Oh, I do have a, so there's a thing on the bottom shelf. I was going to put it down there. But you see, we got a thing down there. I don't have full shelf space. That is a Hoover vacuum.
J. Edgar Hoover. That's right.
It's ready to go. It's ready to ship as soon as somebody buys it. But I can put a small box there, but it's not going to cut it.
Decisions, that's all I do, make decisions.
I guess I could put it in the overflow room in the house. Just create a new box, put it in there. I think that's the plan.
That's the ticket. Woo!
That's without me consulting Debbie. Of course, when she gets back, I'll tell her what I've done, and she'll have a better idea, and we can put it in a new place and give it a new SKU. Shouldn't stop me from working, right?
Why am I asking you?
I got to tell you, some days my job is like playing Tetris. So I figured out the problem over here. What I discovered was I had 2 little boxes that were stacked up. They weren't occupying the full depth of the shelf. So I took the 2 little boxes, which are 90 through 100 and 112 to 133. And I did a 90 to 133. See what I did there? And what I did is it left me a hole.
Look at the size of that hole.
Because I moved these, I stacked those 2 little boxes. I got a hole. I got a hole for CDs now. So that's awesome. These 2 little boxes, although they served their purpose, but now they're trash, unfortunately. I have a box that I can cut up that's out here that will do the trick. All right, this box needs to go. I know we're creating a box pile. Those kind of things will make Debbie unhappy when she gets here. She'll go, well, you've created a mess for me. It's like, yeah, I know. It's kind of what I do.
We all knew that.
And to know me is to love me. Another box. This is a long box that will fit on that shelf. And I'll fill it with CDs. And then I'll be done with the CDs that were out here. I need to get them off my back. Hey, and by the way, also in that box, I don't know if you noticed, I kept moving them around. Here is a brand new copy of I Am Legend.
You're Will Smith, and I'm the dog.
The rest of these movies are pre-owned. They've been opened. There's something, I don't like the fact that's rattling. And, you know, it was only $4.99 anyway, so I'm thinking...
It's trash, rubbish.
Who's in this movie? Yeah, it's Mark Wahlberg. I've never seen the movie. Guess I could open it, see why it's rattling, watch the movie. Now it's pre-owned.
Well, they're not brand new. They're pre-owned.
I didn't get a whole lot of listings done after we last talked, because I started going through that pile that I was sharing with you. And some of the CDs weren't in those cases. They were mixed up. So I had to get them kind of realigned. There were discs in cases that didn't have cases. So thus the case didn't have a disc. So some of them went into that guy with my cup and some other things. So it went into the trash. We do have a pile of these now. right there that I'm going to be able to photograph and get listed. And they're all in uncracked cases, so I depleted my good cases. Because I keep some on reserve. If I come across a disc that isn't worth anything at all, I typically toss the disc and then keep the good case if the case is good. So I'm out of good cases now, but I've got a good pile here of discs that are ready to go out. So that's ready to rock and roll. And there's the wine book. So tomorrow on the agenda is to get photographs of those and get them listed. I'm going to call it a day, though, for the day, because Debbie is out for the night. She is at our daughter's house helping her with a project that is going to carry on into tomorrow morning. So I got to go feed the cats and take care of Debbie's stuff, do things that Debbie normally does at night. In fact, I'm late at doing that. It's like 7 o'clock, 6:45, and the cats usually get fed at 4. I'm terrible. So anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on our other channels. You can find us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter. Boy, I don't know. Other social media, you'll find it out there. If it exists, we're probably playing around on it. So anyway, go check us out, and we'll catch you next time.